Thanks for joining us on Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged, where the message is always truthful, authentic, and inspiring. For more information on Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged, visit bobbyandtonylee.com. Now your hosts, Bobby and Tony Lee.
Hello, welcome to Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged. My name is Bobby Brooks.
And I'm Tony Lee Adamson.
Thanks for joining us. Glad you could be with us. If you're watching, we're in our virtual studio. If you're listening, thanks for listening to K-Praise, 12:10 a.m. You can always go to kprz.com to the live stream. But watching online is so much more fun, we think, anyway. You can always visit us at dailydisciples.org.
We're told it's so much more fun.
Dailydisciples.org is the website. You can sign up for daily devotions. Check out the upcoming events. The Power of Hope Conference is coming up on Saturday, January 30th, 2016. We'll talk a little bit about that. And also at Daily Disciples, if you click the Bobby and Tony Lee banner, it says Unplugged. It'll take you to our YouTube channel. We're going to keep telling you about this over and over again. We want to get you subscribed. It's free, and you can watch all of the past shows. So they're all titled, by the way. So as we post a show, I go in and put the title of what we're talking about.
The hardest part is spelling our names. Bobby is with a Y, and Tony Lee is with an I.
Well, it's Y-E.
I know, but B-O-B-B-Y-E, not I-E.
Right.
And Tony Lee is T-O-N-I-L-E-E, not Y-L-E-E.
Yeah.
See, it's flipped.
Well, Bobby is spelled with a Y.
It's usually
but
spelled
it's
with an
Y-E.
I.
It's different. So anyway,
Bobby
enough
with
of
an
that.
E has an I.
Yeah, okay. Listen, this is, I have no idea where we're going now with this show at all. But,
Well, bobbyandtonylee.com
yeah,
or
Bobby.
Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged.
Yes,
Okay, that's why.
there you go.
Did I get you back?
Very good.
Are you
Okay,
back?
I'm back.
Okay.
I am so back. Okay. Today is the day before Thanksgiving. So how are you doing? How are you doing? Are you ready for Thanksgiving? Tony Lee's been giving me a hard time
The first
all week.
Thanksgiving you said was not right. The
I
second
know,
one was right.
I know,
Thanksgiving.
because my accent just wants to say
it is.
given.
You know what? I like it.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Are you having a happy Thanksgiving? Is it good for you? Hey, I really do not.
How long have you lived in California?
Listen, no, listen to me.
Over 20 years?
Listen to me, okay? Listen to me.
Listen
I
to
do
me.
not
That's
have an
Charles
accent.
Stanley. Listen to me.
I do not have an accent right now. I am not speaking with a southern accent right now.
Says who?
Oh, I can throw you an accent, but this is not it.
Go ahead, Bobby. Let's hear it.
Oh, no, I won't. But I could.
When you went to be with all your girlfriends from high school?
Yeah, we went to Florida
Wow.
in June.
When you called me, I thought, who have you been talking to? Oh, my. That was an accent.
It comes back.
Yes.
I
And I have to
love-
say, when we were in Boston last week, I love that accent.
Yeah, that's right. Boston, I don't know.
Holly.
Yeah,
I got a Holly ring.
I love Pat
Ryan.
Pat Ryan, the general manager for the radio station for Salem, who helped us partner with the event.
She drops all of her R's.
She never says R. Yeah, she is so funny. She got a holly ring. She was showing me her holly ring, and this is how she says it. Look at my holly ring. And I went, okay, great, looks good. Holly ring. I've never heard of a holly ring. Harley. It's a Harley ring,
She was saying Harley.
but it's holly.
Yeah, but
So-
she drops her R, so it's Holly.
Never says R. Now, see, in the South, it's the opposite. We add an R to everything. Window becomes winder, right? Okay? Yeah. So, see, we can add the R in the South. No problem.
That's so funny.
Get her done.
Get
right?
her done,
Okay.
yeah.
Just saying. All right, now, this has nothing to do with the show today at all.
Well, what is the show about?
I don't know. It's the day before Thanksgiving. It's Wednesday, and I think Wild Wednesday is kind of where we're at right now. Thanks for listening to Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged. If you're listening and you're driving around, are you shopping for tomorrow's big feast? Are you cooking the big turkey dinner? What are your plans for tomorrow? I'd like to know.
Are you stressed out of who you're going to be spending Thanksgiving with again this year? And how are you going to have that conversation with them?
You know, we did a show one year on how do you spend Thanksgiving with people you haven't seen all year.
Or don't know at all.
And, okay, so here's what we're going to talk about. I got an idea.
Okay.
People who do not know the Lord. Okay, so here you are, the Christian family hosting the Thanksgiving dinner, and some of the members of the family sitting there are not Christian.
Yes.
Or they invite people who are not Christian, and does that disrupt the conversation around the table?
It has in my family in the past. I remember this was like in the 90s. My brother was in law school and invited some of the law students to Thanksgiving at my house. And my mother was like, yes, yes, like so excited that she
Evangelism.
Right, she wanted to preach. And I don't think my brother ever invited anyone else again.
I'm sure. Because nobody wants to feel uncomfortable that they're coming to a Christian home. I mean, I think that my personal opinion would be make your home warm and inviting and comfortable and cool. In other words, just be cool about it.
And this is interesting. This is a story. And I want to share this story. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Okay. How do we have to take a break? Because
I
it's
don't
a story.
know. It's a long story. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. It was Thanksgiving, and I had young children at the time, and my husband had invited a friend over who kept telling me he was a Christian. The friend kept telling me he was a Christian. So over Thanksgiving dinner, I had my parents there, all the kids. He starts talking about the Dalai Lama that he follows.
Not a Christian.
And I was like shocked.
I
Now,
can imagine.
firstly, I am the type that doesn't ever assume someone's a Christian because I think the stakes are too high to assume anyone's a Christian. But for some reason,
You believed him?
yes. So all of a sudden, we are eating Thanksgiving, and Bobby, I was like furious. My
followed the
grandparents
Dharma.
were there too. My
Yeah.
grandparents were even there.
Well, did you confront him?
Yes. And later, my grandfather came up to me and he said, don't you ever do that. Like he said to me, don't you ever take an opposing position at the Thanksgiving table when your husband invited him.
Yeah.
But I felt so like deceived, and I was
Tony Lee.
shocked. Okay,
Tony
there's
Lee.
more to this story.
Okay.
There is more
Okay.
to the story.
Hold on,
Okay.
everybody. So hold your, We got to take a break here on Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged. I want to hear more about this story, although I am not shocked that Tony Lee offended him at all because I know her. But I'd like to hear the rest
and you
of
have
the
to
story.
know it was 20 years ago.
So stay tuned for more Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged. We'll be right back after this quick message.
And now, San Diego Connect.
With the economy the way it is, many of you would like to start your own small business. You've got a great idea, but you just don't know how to do it. Well, the simplest and best way is with the Business in a Box package. It's from Media for Women. Here with more are the women from Media for Women. Bobby Brooks, Tony Lee Adamson. It's so nice to have you here. And I ought to say up front to the viewers, this is not your first rodeo. You've launched a lot of businesses.
Yeah, probably over 100 so far,
It's
believe it or
not
not.
easy.
Yeah. And you know, it's not easy. And I think with the changing technology, it really does get harder. That's why we want to simplify it, put it all in one box, because you need a website, you need video, social media, and you need marketing. And it's not going away.
How does it work?
Well, the goal really is that you have an online presence. So the website has become our storefront now, or the extension to our business card. And so what we do is with the Business in a Box package, they come in and we walk them through the process. So we're branding them also.
And you're doing the things with the website, with all the different social platforms, Instagram,
That's
all
right.
those things?
That's right. You know, it's no longer an option. You have to not only have Facebook, you have to have a strategy for your social media.
Even a YouTube video.
YouTube is the second largest search engine. So you need actually to optimize your YouTube video. You need to optimize your social media. And it's your website, I would guarantee you most websites probably need to be redone
Oh, yeah.
for mobile.
That's a good point. And you know how to do all this. You've done it. You've done the videos. You've done the social media.
Yes.
So with Business in a Box, how long does it take to get up and running?
If you're brand new, we can do it within 90 days or so. But I want to emphasize that this is not just for brand new entrepreneurs. There's a lot of businesses today waking up going, I just can't do this by myself.
You've got a brick and mortar store, but you need a presence online.
And I want to mention that it's not just for women. So we are media for women, but 50% of our clients are men.
Sure, of course. There's a lot of guys out there with good ideas as well. And finally, talk about the cost.
Oh, well, this is several $1,000s if you outsource each part of it.
Yeah.
But we have a very great special, less than $5,000, $49.95. Everything included. Just come in for a free consultation.
That's got to be half of what it would cost if you tried to do it on your own.
Absolutely.
Not to mention the guidance, which is invaluable. You can't put a
Absolutely.
price
We're gonna
tag on
help
that.
them.
Ladies, again, for a free consultation, for expert help launching your business or taking it to the next level, call 1-800-992-0369, or better yet, go to media4women.com.
Welcome back to Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged. If you're listening online or on the radio or wherever you may be, today we are in studio, in our virtual studio, by the way.
And I'm wearing red for the holidays.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Where is your holiday spirit?
I've got blue on, so if you want to go to youtube.com, look at Bobby and Tony Lee's channel. You can also go to dailydisciples.org, click the Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged banner, and it'll get you there as well. Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged is the new and improved version of the former Daily Disciples Radio. Still Bobby and Tony Lee. I think it's actually better because now that we are filming in studio, we are much more relaxed in some ways.
Well, no, you know why you like it better? I am not as distracted.
We talk all the time.
I don't have my cell phone. I can't be looking through my phone. You know how you used to say, Tony Lee, stop dangling your jewelry on the table? Tony Lee,
Yes.
what are you doing now on the radio? Now I can't do that.
You have to be in
Yes,
front of the camera.
yes.
So if you go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to it, like it, comment on any of the videos. All of the past shows for the last 3 weeks are up there, and they're all titled. So you can go and look at the different titles. We talk about a range of topics. Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged means that we are unplugging from some of the traditional Christian culture right answers and talking about real issues and real answers. And we want to thank and always give credit to our wonderful and amazing producer behind the camera, Eddie Ron. And
Who
he
voted at the break that he likes a Southern accent more than the Bostonian accent?
Yes.
But that's because he's from Georgia.
That's right.
That's why. Because
Most
I'm
people
from New
like
Jersey.
the Southern
and
accent.
I felt right at home.
Yeah, well, okay. Now, you got this crazy story you're telling. So you
Yes.
offended somebody at Thanksgiving.
Well, I think he offended me.
Okay, so what happened? Tell us the rest of the story.
You know how people think they're Christians because they live in America type of thing?
Right.
And if they're nice to others, then
But
they're
did your husband
Christian.
know that the guy wasn't a Christian?
I don't know.
Okay.
So that's the point. When I heard him say he was following this Dalai Lama, and the Dalai Lama in the book said this and this and this, my face just dropped over the Thanksgiving table because I felt like anybody's welcome to my Thanksgiving table. I don't care what you believe. All right? Really.
Okay.
But I don't want to be lied to.
Did you get mad at
I
the
did.
dinner?
I got upset. I said, Dalai Lama. And then he started going into the depth of how he is in the New Age movement. And he's actually a professional speaker in it.
In New Age?
Yes.
Wow.
And I was like
Oh,
shocked.
boy.
Like
Oh,
I was
boy.
shocked. And so after.
Okay, wait a minute.
Okay.
Now, I know your family. So
Yes.
there's everybody at your table is a Christian. Did anybody else say anything?
My mother.
Your mother, of course.
Yes.
What
So
did
it kind of became an argument.
you and your
between
mother?
my mother and I versus
Him.
and
Okay.
then of course Rob took
His side?
like to defend him.
Yes.
Yes, of course, because it was
Gang up on him.
yes,
Gang up on the
it was
poor
like,
guy.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So,
So afterwards, my grandfather pulled me aside and said, "Don't you ever do that. Don't you ever take your mother's side over your husband's." He pulled me aside and said that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went, I went to the Lord. Because to me, it wasn't an issue of your spouse versus your mother. It's an issue of, oh my gosh, I wanted this guy to know Jesus, and I couldn't believe that he had been in my house so many times and I didn't know. Like, I was upset.
I can tell.
So I went to the, I know this is 20 years
yeah, I
ago,
know,
I'm
you're
still upset.
about it, yes.
But listen to what the Lord told me. This is amazing. I went to the Lord and I got on my knees. And let me tell you, we're always saying, quoting the verse, seeking you will find, but ask, knock, ask, seek, knock. You have to seek the Lord on certain things. You're not going to just find, seeking you will find, seeking you will find. Ask, what is it? Ask and it'll be
Seek.
given to you. Seek,
And you'll find.
you will find. Yeah.
Knock and the door will be open.
Yes. So you have to seek. You have to ask and seek before the door is going to be opened. So I went to my knees and I was just saying, Lord, I don't think he's a good influence now on my husband. Lord, I mean, I was so upset. And I pray with the Bible open. I pray to also listen for the Lord to talk back. Okay? I don't just throw it out there and hang up the phone on the Lord. I want to hear the Lord's voice. And he tells us in John 10, the sheep hear his voice. And if you are really asking and seeking, he's going to open that door. So in that still, quiet voice, I heard the Lord say to me, I do not want you to worry about this relationship that your husband has with him. But I do want you to reevaluate your closeness with your mother.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Interesting.
The Lord flipped it on me.
Yeah, he did.
He flipped it and I said, what? What? But the issue was, in years to come, I figured it out. My mom and I have the same gifts. So we were very comfortable just being together. You know how, you and I do not have the same gifts.
Right.
You and are in conflict frequently.
Yeah.
Because I
Sometimes.
see it completely differently than you see it. So we conflict. So we it's iron sharpening iron with us. But with my mother and I, it is always two ganging up on the other person. Because we have the same gifts. We have the same vocal,
the personality, right? Yes.
So what the Lord was saying was, you two, he was literally saying, you're not better united, you're better divided. Because then she went to a CBS class and taught, and I went to another direction and taught. And so he was literally, the Lord literally took me in about a different issue to address this one with me. And I said to the Lord, I can't do this. I can't do it. I love my mother too much, and I can't separate, and I'm not going to. Even though I'm hearing you, I can't do it.
Wow, you said no.
I said no. And I said, but Lord, I know you will do it in your time. And I think it took around 2 years.
Wow. That's a big
And
deal.
yeah, and you know what? I love my mother so much, but I couldn't tell her. Because it was so hard for me to understand. It would have been a step of faith type of thing to say to her, Mom, I don't get this, and I don't want to do this. But it was really hard, Bobby. Still to this day, that Thanksgiving kind of hurts me. You know what I mean? Because the Lord said something, and I couldn't do it.
Right.
It was it was hard. It was one of those times I literally said to the Lord, I can't.
That's an amazing story. We got to take a break here on Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged. Happy pre-Thanksgiving. We'll be right back after this short break. Hi, my name is Bobby Brooks.
And I'm Tony Lee Adamson.
We're the co-founders of Daily Disciples Ministries, and we are hosting our 11th annual Women's Conference on
Saturday, January 30th, and it is the Power of Hope. And it's going to be held again at Point Loma Nazarene University, and we want to see you ladies there.
That's right. Tickets right now, they're on sale, and they are going fast. They're only $25, and that includes lunch and parking. You can get them at dailydisciples.org, or you can call
800-992-0369.
Ladies, listen, we know that 2016 is going to be a very significant year. We need hope that only comes from the Lord. So
Yes.
get your tickets today. Call 800-992-0369 or go to
dailydisciples.org.
and we will see you there. Hi, my name is Bobby Brooks.
And I'm Tony Lee Adamson.
And we're the founders of Media for Women Enterprises. And we're here to announce a very special package. And this is a package that is really a turnkey business in a box.
We are a one-stop shop, which means the business in a box includes a website, social media, tabs on your website, and training. We will also do a couple of months of your social media to train you how to do it yourself. We do SEO, we do video production, which is so needed not only for your website, but for YouTube.
So we want you to call us about the Business in a Box promotion right
Let
now.
me explain that one more time, okay? So Business in a Box, you can spend thousands of dollars just on a website. So in this package, you get a brand new website up to 10 pages. It includes a fully professionally produced video that is perfect to go on your website, as well as a commercial to promote your website, service, or product. Social media, we're going to put in at least 5 of the top social media for you. And we're going to SEO all of it, search engine optimize all of it. And included, as if that's not enough, we're going to give you 1 free month's marketing launch. So thousands of dollars in this package. Special price just for you for a limited time is $49.95. That's $4,995 for our Business in a Box. That literally could be done within 60 to 90 days from start to finish.
So you can call us at 800-992-0369 and check out our website at media4, women.com. And please know, 50% of our clients are men.
That's right. This is not just for women, and you need to get a free consultation. We'll give you a free consult to talk about this option. 800-992-0369 and join us online, mediaforwomen.com. So thanks for listening for a few moments of your time, and definitely make sure your business is set for what is coming with this new technology.
Yes.
We want to help you grow, and we always hope to
See you soon.
Welcome back to Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged. My name is Bobby Brooks.
And I'm Tony Lee Adamson.
Happy pre-Thanksgiving. Happy Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. I'm working on my
And we are thankful
Giving.
for
We're thankful.
Southern accents.
thankful for so many things. Thank you, Lord Jesus, that we are here. You can
And
join
that
us.
we know the Lord.
That's right.
Yes.
I know. We are having a great time. Tony Lee's telling an amazing story. I'm going to hold off for just 1 second. We'll wrap up her story. But we started out with the question, what happens when someone's sitting around your Thanksgiving table and they don't know the Lord? Or it's an uncomfortable situation that someone is there. Maybe it could be
Or
a family
just
member.
uncomfortable.
You know what's really uncomfortable on Thanksgiving is when someone drinks too much. That is really not good. This happens a lot in families where you bring out the wine and somebody's, you're just having a glass of wine. I personally have no problem with that. You have a nice glass of wine at dinner or something that's traditional, no big deal, you're of age. It's whenever the one person drinks a little bit more and then a little bit more and then the scotch breaks out and the next thing you know, the tequila shots are rolling and the wild turkey comes out and Jim Beam and here we go. It's all downhill from there.
Okay, wait, let me ask you a question.
That gets a little
Let me
crazy.
ask you a question. So when people bring wine to your house because they know you don't drink, they expect you to open that wine, right? Because it's for them.
Yeah, that brings up a point.
No,
That
that
becomes an
happens. Right, that would happen a lot in my house.
If you're in a home that is against drinking and the person brings a bottle and they know you don't drink.
Well, they're bringing it on purpose.
That's disrespectful. I'm sorry. It's your home. They know you don't drink.
But what are you going to do with it then?
You don't
give it
open
back to them?
Yeah. You say, this is, you know what, I appreciate
see,
it.
that's...
But this is my
See, I
home
don't
and I'm
think-
against drinking. You don't do that. No, wait a minute. You can't.
All right, so it was my home, and
You have a policy of no alcohol.
with my children, raising my children,
No alcohol.
right, neither,
So no one can bring
right.
alcohol into
but
your home.
my family is really Italian, not
That's
my
different.
parents.
That's your
but
family.
the extended family. So they knew we didn't drink. So they brought alcohol in, and
That's
they
different.
opened up the drinks, and they pour it.
That is very different in your family because in your family, the extended family feels that it's their home too.
Yes.
That is
So that's
very
okay.
different
Okay.
than a stranger or someone who's a friend or someone who's invited. One year at my house when I was growing up, one of my sister's boyfriends brought alcohol into our house.
Ooh. And your dad
And
didn't drink.
My
and your
mom and dad didn't drink. And my mom she made it very clear, you can go take that 6-pack out of the refrigerator and put it back in your car. And you can drink it down the road, but don't show back up here. I mean, that was very clear, the rules of the household.
So that's different because that
But
was a boyfriend.
in your family, with the extended Italian family,
right, and we-
some
being
are going to
raised Catholic,
drink.
no one's convicted
That's
about
different.
drinking.
Yeah, no, that's a very different situation.
The
but
priests are drinking every weekend.
but that's different. That's not my call. Here's the problem: is the person, irregardless, I don't know if that's even a word, of the religion. Okay, forget about that for a moment. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about if someone drinks too much at the Thanksgiving table, it can get very much out
So
of
how
hand
do you
very
handle
fast.
that?
And that's whenever the person who is at the head of the table
Hosting Thanksgiving.
has to step in
With the big
and
guns.
say, you know,
You've
you
had
might-
enough?
and if they came with someone,
Or can I have your keys?
yeah, I mean, that's when you really do have to step in. And there's a lot of times that things escalate, they get
So,
into
Bobby,
an argument.
how do you do that in a polite way?
What do you mean?
How would you say?
Well, I would deal with it. I would. But then a lot of people wouldn't deal with it the way
Right.
I would.
That's what I'm asking. Because
Okay.
I would probably say, can I have your keys?
Yeah, you'd probably just go straight to the juggler, knowing you. But I would just,
Thank
you know,
you.
if someone was getting drunk, and I noticed it, and because what happens is people will tell you, other people will come up and they'll
Start
start whispering to you, you know.
I think they're
you
drinking
know,
too much.
Aunt Nettie over here is drinking, or the person her
Or Uncle Bob. Everybody's an Uncle Bob.
or Uncle Bob's cousin he brought, is a drunk. And so it does get very uncomfortable when it's a family member who's brought a friend or a friend who's brought a friend, and then what do? You as a host do have a responsibility, though. First of all, they should not drive from your home intoxicated.
Which means you're stuck with them longer.
No, which
or you
means
have to find them a ride.
you call Uber, or you tell your friend to drive them home.
Yes.
Or you take them home, or you do something to make sure they get home safely. But as a host, you do have to step in and say something. And a lot of times you can just remove all the alcohol. So you go around and you say, okay, everybody, we're making coffee now, okay? And you go around and
So
you just
now
kind
we
of start
want
picking
awake
up.
drunks.
Yeah, we pick up the cups and you pick up the bottles and you switch over to dessert and
Water.
coffee.
Water.
Yeah, you switch the atmosphere. There's
Apple
different things
cider.
you can do to change the, now
Dynamics.
if they've still got their scotch in the pocket, that's a whole different deal. If they've bought their flask
But
in
that's,
the Coke,
you know
that's a
what,
whole different deal.
you can't
So,
change that, though.
We wish all of you none of these issues tomorrow on our Thanksgiving Day. We've had a lot of fun just talking about it, but
That's
in
why
all
it's Bobby and
seriousness,
Tony Lee Unplugged, though, because you can't talk about those things.
Unplugged means we do talk about all
Those
kinds
things.
of crazy stuff. Don't miss out. We'll be back tomorrow on Thanksgiving, so don't miss our Thanksgiving show and our Black Friday show. You want to not just listen, you want to watch. You can always go to dailydisciples.org or BobbyandTonyLee.com and click the Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged, which is what you're listening to right now. Go and watch and stay tuned for many, many more episodes. Don't miss out. God bless. Have a very happy Thanksgiving, and we hope to
See you soon.
Thanks for tuning in to Bobby and Tony Lee Unplugged. Tune in every day on air and online for more real life, real answers from Bobby and Tony Lee. Subscribe to the Bobby and Tony Lee channel, and for more information, visit BobbyandTonyLee.com.